Hi everyone, my Noor is Binti Bahardin. Based on the question given is temperature are rising in many parts of the world due to the global warming. What is the what is an effective way to solve the problem? In my opinion, I think the effective way to solve this problem is by ensure that more trees are planted. Firstly, the trees will absorb carbon dioxide gas. As we know, the tree can undergo photosynthesis process, which is can absorb carbon dioxide gas and convert into oxygen, and also known as store of carbon dioxide and release oxygen molecule. When we planting more trees, we can reduce more carbon dioxide gas. Next, the tree will purifying water. This is very effectively filtering the chemical from the air. Uh, the tree will absorb the toxic chemicals, for example, particles, pollutant gas like nitrogen oxide, ammonia, and sulfur dioxide. So this gas will trap into a leaf of the tree, which is stomata or pores. And lastly is the tree will cooling down the street. The tree have a the tree providing a shade and have a evapotranspiration process. Evapotranspiration, evapotranspiration process is a sum of evaporations from land surface plus transpiration from plants. So, evapotranspiration combined with the shading, it can summer the temperature from 1 until 5 degrees Celsius. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Nur Izara. Given the question, temperatures are rising in many parts of the world due to global warming. In my opinion, the most effective way to solve the global warming problem is by penalize the factories that contribute to air pollution. So as we know, factories is a large industries that operate to produce all the goods that we using today, such as cement, iron, steel, electronics, food, products, clothes, and so on. But not all factories have the sense of responsibilities to keep the air safe and clean while producing all the goods that we need. So, enforcing laws by penalizing any factories that did not follow the rules. For example, they did not install a factory's chimney to strain all the toxic gases before released to the environment. This is because if they did not install the chimney, the factories will be freely pollute the air through fossil fuel emission and through different toxic ammonia. This is all the gases that will be produced during the process to produce the goods. So the penalizing like suing the factories or close their businesses may raise the awareness among them to follow the rules, and this can help in stopping the air pollution from worsen and also can solve the global warming problem. Okay, that's all from me. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ren. Uh, for me, I think I have my opinion here on the effective way to solve the temperature rising issues. I think that we should for me, I think the most effective way is to educate the public on about how to reduce the global warming. This is because of knowledge is the key for everything. So when they had they had knowledge regarding this phenomenon. This will help people to understand and tackle the consequences of global warming. This will help to encourage them. This will also uh, will encourage them to change their behavior and help them to adapt to what is already have in global emergency. So, as we all know, um, education is the as I said before, education is the key. So I think we should find the major problem why this issue happen, and we should solve on that part first. So I think this issue comes from people. So we should educate the people. By doing education, this will encourage people to change their attitudes and behavior. People will, if they have the knowledge and education about the global warming, they will reflect on themselves and try to find a solution together to solve the problem of global warming. So I think educate the public on how to reduce global warming will help them to make informed decision and better better move to our environment. That's it for me. That's all from me. Izwan, do you have any opinion?
Okay, thank you, Hannah. Based on the situation given about global warming, so my point is to allocate funds to for more research on global warming. Why I think this point is good because government must donate some money to make some research and development on how to prevent global warming. Okay, but in Malaysia, our country itself, they lack with some modern solutions on how to prevent it. So they should to look at the developed countries such as China, Japan, or USA to make sure the global warming can be prevented. Uh, for example, in Africa, they donate about 1.2 billion dollar America just for to prevent the global warming from their temperature rising up rise up. So I think our government should do some research on and development to make sure make sure Earth's temperature is going down, cool at the 37 degrees Celsius. Next, I think government should take action to the about take action about the deforestation activities because what? Because of tree because when tree was cut down in the forest, it will raise up the temperature, earth temperature rise up because there's no more trees on earth and oxygen. So so I think my point is good because it will, for me, government should take action about this problem. So what do you guys think?
Thank you, Izwan. But for me, I think I still stick with my opinion that um, we should educate people on this issue, because just like I said before, uh, things happen because of human human humans people's attitude, because of what we are doing to our environment. So I think I still stick with my point. If any of you any other point other that
Yes.
disagree with me?
I'm sorry, Hannah. I don't agree with the point because I think penalize the factory is more better effective ways to solve this problem. It is because um, factory is the major problems that can cause global warming. Uh, is not mean we have to totally ban the factory. No, we can. The government should take fast action to solve this problem. What you think is one? Do you agree with my opinion or you have your opinion?
Thank you, Izara. Mm, Based on your ideas and elaboration before, I think that I should change my opinion. I will choose to penalize the factories because why? Because of government also should take actions on the factories who did not put the air filter at the chimney. We know that uh, the air or smoke in the factory could produce the could make some smoke that will cause the haze or air pollution uh, such as carbon monoxide. Besides that, using refrigerator and conditioner also can produce the chlorofluorocarbon or CFC and release it to the air, which means when they combine it to air, it will become air pollution. Sorry. It will cause the air pollution, and at the same time, it will raise up the temperature. So I think we penalize the factories owner. It should it should be more effective way to prevent this solution. Prevent the problem. How about others?
Sorry to interrupt, Izwan, but um, yes, I do agree that penalize is also a way um, that we can solve this issue or that we can solve this temperature rising issue. But if you think back that you just said like carbon monoxide release emits in the air and so on, right? We also use um, air conditioner, we also use refrigerator, and we also use the vehicles itself that um, emits the carbon dioxide to the environment. So even so, we penalize the factories, but this harmful uh, harmful uh, component also being released to the air by by the others like vehicle and other electronic things. So I think that even if we penalize the factory, it still doesn't solve this problem. So sorry, I still stick with my point. So what do you say? What do you guys say?
Okay, sorry for interrupting. I'm sorry, Hannah, but I don't see eye to eye with you because even when we try to educate people, the responsibilities come from themselves, right? So, for example, we still see a lot of people. still contribute to the global warming now, even though we have tried our best to educate them from long ago. So education is very important, but I also it also take a very long time, and not to mention just a few of us accept and apply the knowledge that we gain from the education that we have, right? And there are still more people that still contribute and still involved in what we the global warming activities. So I think, like, that's why I said the most effective way to stop the uh, temperature rising because of the global warming is by enforcing law and what penalize the factories, because like I said before, factories, like Hannah said before, factories is the major cause of the global warming problem. So when we're penalizing the factories, uh, the people will they don't have any choice but to follow the rules. So when they follow the rules, the most what the major cause of this global warming can be prevent and or can be stopped, like that. Do you get what I mean? Okay, so that's why I still stick to my point to penalizing the factories to solve the global warming problems. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Oh, after hearing all three explanations from you guys, I think, yeah, I think every point is effective, but I think now that the most effective way is penalizing, because just like Rain said, penalizing is the major factor. I mean, like, factory is the biggest in biggest industry in our world, right? So if we manage uh, to solve the major problem, so maybe we can solve the problem, the other problems also. So yeah, I think I agree with you guys. So can we conclude that penalizing the factories is the most effective way on solving the temperature rising issue, guys?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Mm, that's all from our group. I think. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.